Oh, hey guys, how you doing? All right, so you know the title of this video. I have 90 minutes on that. You guys see me? Can someone let me know in the? See how many people we have here. Oh, there we go. All right, so we are good to go. I'm gonna start as soon as this clock hits 9 o'clock, and then I got until 10:30. Part of this video is to experiment with live streaming because I'm thinking about doing it for the next Combat Robotics Brick Lake event, and I kind of want to practice beforehand before doing it in a huge Lego convention. So, going to experiment with the 90-minute build. Also, it's to hold myself accountable, so I'm not cheating on this build. You guys get to see all that happen. Nothing is pre-recorded. We're all going live on this. So I guess I'll get into the rules now. I'm not allowed to touch the parts until that timer hits 9 o'clock. I have some builds back there. I'm not allowed to use anything that's pre-built, although I can take off parts from them if I see something I need. I'm not allowed to just look at them and copy them. That is definitely cheating. I got to have my robot running by the end of the timer. So I can't just have a built robot. It's got to be programmed and ready to drive at the end of at 10:30. Build Silent Blue. I might have already done that, kind of. Bruin was based off of Silent Blue. I've told many of you this. I'm not sure if I actually said so on my channel, but there was a lot based off of Silent Blue in Bruin. The drive pod, I really looked under Silent Blue and learned a lot from it in Skid's video. And I pretty much just changed up the weapon assembly, and this is like really inspired off of Silent Blue. If I haven't said so on my channel beforehand, here it is now. What else we got? Yes, we do need more overheads. Quarter circle. All right, so I've thought ahead of time about the design I'm planning to make. I haven't like actually played around with parts, but I do have an idea of what kind of robot I want to build. I'm thinking about doing a four-wheel drive lifter, and the reason is because I don't want to mess around with a big chunky spinner design. I feel like if I get started on that, that's going to take a really long time, and that's going to eat up too much of the hour and a half. So it won't take too long for me to make a lifter. My focus is on drive. I feel like that is the most important part of the robot, second to picking the right electronics. All right, let's see what we got. Just do a symmetrical. I could do a symmetrical spinner. It'll take time to weigh it down, and I don't really want to mess around with testing the spinner too much. I like where I could just build the lifter and have it go up and down, maybe testing a quick weight, and there we go. Honestly, personally, I don't really like the look of symmetrical spinners too much. Rear hinge. I was actually thinking of an undercutter as backup. So if something goes wrong, stick a bow whiz, build something quick for a spinner, and just stick two wheels on motors and build a quick speed run tomb clone. All right. So time is 8:49, 11 minute, 8:50. Time's ticking, man. Honestly, I don't even know what I signed up for. I'm not sure how this is going to go. I'm not sure how many of you saw it. The video NHRL posted a few months ago, I think, where we had a few builders do a 45-minute speed run with just random things they found in a bin. This is kind of where I'm getting that idea from. That was a pretty fun video to watch. If you haven't seen it yet, I'd go check it out. Front hinge loop. Front hinge lifter, that's a good idea. I'm not going to do that just because personal preference, I really am not a fan of those designs. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just one of those designs that aren't really my personal favorites. And I haven't seen so much success with it in the Lego field, not because there's anything wrong with the design, but yeah, like you're saying, there's not enough in the field. I don't really like how the full robot has to be able to get all the way underneath the other robot. Like with traditional lifters, you just got to get the lifting arm underneath, and then you could lift up the other robot. So that's also one of the design differences I did with Biscuit Head. So this came around after Blip was built on BattleBots, and one of the big differences is I had the arm go all the way down to the floor. And like you'll see on BattleBots, those massive 250-pound robots have the drive train to get all the way underneath the robots that they can wedge under. But Lego BattleBots, like they just don't have the strong motors that you'll see full combat robots have. So to make up for that, I have the arm go all the way underneath. So there's been a few occasions where I've gotten all the way up under another robot, but I'd say 90% of the flips is just from the front. I agree. Quiet K-Hut. I think you're right. Gear down, buggy drive. Oh, I'm not messing with that right now. Last time I tried that was pretty funny. I had this zooming fast robot, but even with two Boas 3.0s, it was already almost overcurrenting. Although I've overcurrented a bunch of the robots I've made, it's just, I guess, bad habit I've developed. Steal a design. I'm not doing that. Like I said, I'm not copying designs that are already built. I have instructions for bots, but I'm doing things that are, I'm building a bot now that is completely different from those. All I have in instructions is Pain, Bruin. Those are released. I have Tugboat because I sent that to Battle Bricks later or earlier. I have not released those instructions, and I actually do have Biscuit Head instructions. I have not released those because I don't want beginners to build Biscuit Head. It was such a painful design. I broke so many parts, and that's not the experience I want someone new to begin with. I might put the design up for sale in the future, but I'm not gonna make it easy for new beginners to get as their first spot. It's not the place to start. I was like on the edge of just calling it a day so many times, and yeah, it's just not a place to start. Just do Will's huge. I mean, Galaxy was a cool build. I like that one. That's one I might actually bring back at some point. I'm not going to mess with it today, just because like that was a spinner design that took a while. I'll spend the whole hour and a half just redesigning that. And hang on, let's see what else we got. Just steal the bot. Easy money. Yeah. Yeah, steal the bot. Like, here we go. This is Galaxy now. Never mind the spinners. Just gotta plug a few motors on the back and get ourselves our robot. And also, I got a quick vote for you guys. I want to see what you guys say in the comments. This was an inside joke between some friends I've had, but they created what we call a monster on the video game MLB The Show. They created a character, made him as ugly as possible, and I actually built my Lego replica of it, and I think I've hid it somewhere in some of my videos before, but here you go. They've named him Horse Intestines, which you tell me what you think about that, but the vote is, do you want this on the final robot? I'm going to wait on some responses, see if we get anything. Let me know. Should we get it in the robot. Of course, yes. Oh yeah, I miss horse. Yeah, I remember that robot. Um, we stuck this on app controlled thing. It got wrecked. It was funny. All right, looks like this is going on the final design. This is the one pre-built thing I'm allowed to put on the robot. Yeah, we got to mess around with some of the characters. We had some other monsters, I'll say, but maybe I'll create some more replicas of them in the near future. We'll see. We had some good times. It was funny, but this will make it onto the last final design. I'll have to find some room for it somewhere. All right, what is it? Oh, I got 4 minutes already. Time's ticking fast. Yeah, pretty much where I'm going to start on my design. What I got my idea set up is first thing I want to do, because I have so many broken motors, is I'm going to actually pull out one of those AA battery packs and just test all the motors I'm going to use. Make sure that they're not destroyed. I have not done this ahead of time. So if I can't find the motors I need that are all working, I need to like resort to plan B really fast, which might be the undercutter or mid cutter I discussed earlier, but we'll see what happens. Um, After that, I'm thinking of just grabbing the electronics, kind of organizing them, see how I want to build the design. I have not even messed with that yet. And then I'm going to start working on the drive and just put the robot together as it goes. We'll see how it goes. With an hour and a half, I'm hoping to make something that could win a few fights. It might not be a championship level robot. In fact, it probably will not. But I plan to make a robot that's not going to get beat up in every single fight. I want to win a few fights with this. 2 minutes left. All right, let's see what we got. Keep running. 42. Frictions. Destroy your gear. Yeah, that would mess it up pretty fast. You're right, Eric. I'm not going to mess around with a friction saw right now. I've never even attempted that. Um, Even if I do pull it off, like it's just going to be tearing apart Legos, like the actual part itself. And I'm trying to avoid that if I can. If someone builds a robot that can't be destroyed at all by separating the parts just because of how they're interlocked, some of you know who I've talked to, like exactly the ones I'm talking about. But then I would see why it's okay to break some parts, but most of the time, yeah, you guys. Yeah, so try not to break parts if I can. I'm kind of better with the control bots anyway. So it's 8:59 right now. I'm guessing I have like 30 seconds till I gotta start building. I set an alarm on this clock, so when I hit 10:03, it's gonna start beeping, and then I gotta stop building right away. This motor works. This one is third party. This is third party. They are allowed in most of the competitions, but with a weight penalty. Oh, shoot. I might need to use these. That's concerning. All right, I'm using these too. Drive motors. So the plan is to make a lift. Works. I'm already a minute down. That scared me. I thought this one wasn't going to turn. My last elbow. All right. Oops. Here we go. Found him. Oh, shoot. Look at this. This part's broken. Absolutely destroyed. And I just had it in there with my parts. I'm already 2 minutes down. What in the world? Battery in the back. Batteries always go best in the back. They're protected. Okay. Great. And put this wheel in the back. Nope, one still go back. Nope, hope. Have the motor on the inside gear. It's okay. No chains allowed. Chains just don't work. Alright, so I'm going to try a drive gear setup that I've experimented with a few months ago. It worked for me before, but let's see if I can remember it now. Come on, one more game. There we go. Hey, 5 minutes in. Cowboys potato flashbacks. It's honestly the most true thing I've heard all morning. I think that will work. Let's put this together. Time is flying like way faster than I thought it would. Just to be honest, like I felt like I would have a little bit more time, but that turned out not to be the case. Hoping I don't need to make any plan B adjustments anytime soon, but we'll see. Well, I still feel like drive should be spent the most time on. Oh shoot. No. Yeah, I messed that up. Ah, shoot. All right, here we go. Look at that. It works. I got it set up. Now just throw on a motor. Ah. Weapon up here. Yeah, I'm gonna need side armor for this, no doubt. Fits nicely. this H frame just fits up here perfectly. I was thinking of doing something aesthetic up here. I like to use these angle parts, but I just don't have time to mess with that right now. And this lines up perfectly for me to just run beams backwards now for side armor. This part's not going to damage. It's going to take away friction from the drive, and I really don't need that right now because I'm already running a Bowes 2.0, and these have been very overcurrenty for me in the past. But calling this robot you're building horse V2, I think I'm gonna do that. Horse version 2 it is. It's already got horse on it, why not? All right, it's still kind of loose, but look at that. We got a nice looking drive pod with some potential here. Good sidearm already, hold it all together. I'm going to work on the weapon assembly a little bit now. It's not the wisest choice, I'm guessing, with the time limit, but I am going to try to get some color and aesthetics into this, which is why I'm picking these orange parts right now to help hold the robot together. We painted like everything orange on our horse character on MLB The Show, so that's where that comes from. Gosh, I'm already like 15 minutes in. What is that, 1/6 of the way? It's falling apart. Oh shoot, I forgot I still need to be able to drive this at the end, so I gotta pick up the pace a bit. Fork mount will come in handy later. These I gotta check the gear teeth on too because I've damaged so much of these in my attempts with Poppy that some of them have like all these bent gear teeth. I'm just gonna go 1-to-3 gear ratio and not a crazy long arm. I think that should be good. It's looking good. Liking this. Get that there. For the stem, let's see. I sure hope this isn't going to be overweight right when I finish. That's going to be very sad. My weight limit is 877 right now because of the third-party XLs. Let's do this extra long axle just in case. And so this is not. That's nice. I feel like some people, I'm not calling anyone out, but I hope there's no one who is avoiding getting started in robot combat because they think that it takes too long to build a robot or they can't do that. So I'm hoping if I could actually pull this off, that might turn some people to believe that it really doesn't take that long, especially if you've got like a big old Lego collection with you. You just need to grab a few motors that you could do this in easily less than a day. So that's if I pull this off, I guess. Taking occasional peeks at the live stream, but I'm really not seeing much of it. I'm gonna go back and look through it if it doesn't get deleted at the end, which I don't think it will, but I'll check out everything you guys are saying. Some of you guys I talked to beforehand, I'm not sure if that's something I'm quite excited for, or I'm kind of concerned from some of you. "20 minutes in. I feel like I've got good progress so far." Oh yeah, I like that. I'm liking this so far. This is looking nice. make a chair bot. Maybe if there's time left over, I'll attach a chair. We'll see though. I'm guessing that I'm not gonna have much time left over, but we shall see. Oh, this is gonna be so wide. Gosh dang it. This is looking rigid so far. This could be fixed a bit, but I like the way this is turning out. Got like all my electronics already almost laid out. I'm gonna swap out this piece for a connector so we can build a cross back here. Nice. Keep getting all these Discord notifications nonstop. I'm not sure if you guys are, some of you guys are doing this on purpose now. It would be pretty fun though, to be honest. The way I'm building this, actually, I just realized right now, would actually help me a lot with removing the battery, because I just remove like an axle back here and one here, and then I can just pull this out from the back, which I do like a lot. Pairing the battery, or being able to take the battery out is really important if you need to like troubleshoot or something in the middle of that. Forgot that the holes are in a different spot on this in the 3.0 for a moment. Yeah, I got these up. Save weight, use these. More savings, just This is just some vertical bracing to hold it together so the battery doesn't fall out just while driving. That would not be ideal in any way. Already almost a third of the way in. Time is ticking really fast. It's looking nice. Look at that, we already have pretty much all the electronics put together. I just need to add in a drive side, fix the drive, and then I could indeed build the lifting arm. That would be quite useful. I'm not looking forward to this, but it has to be done. Weight test number 1. What are we at? 423. Not bad, not bad. I have room to add armor. Don't know if I have time though. We'll see. I got an hour left. Let's see what I can do. This robot I do plan to bring to Combat Robotics Brickley. I'm not sure if I've said so earlier in the video, but if this is your first time building a bot, there is a good chance you'll be fighting this. I'm gonna schedule you guys to start like against robots I've had for a really long time and have optimized in as much ways as I could. One piece. And now I'm just copying the drive side to the other side now. There's a guy who is really into building those compact designs, like the ones that are really small, and just trying to have like the design of so much armor that takes up no space. This design kind of hurts me because this is massive. When I get the wheels on, it's going to be like foot long or something. I would like to use the thinner wheels that are the same exact diameter, but I've already used up all the ones I have. I just have these like last few that are the thicker ones. I got them before I found out about the better ones, and then I swapped to those pretty quickly afterwards. So, oh yeah, here it comes. Wheels. What is your opinion? The fan fiction that those were funny. Those were funny. Someone wrote about like some little stories about these robots. I'm guessing most of the people here have not seen that, but that was pretty funny. It was somewhere in the Discord a long time ago. So big. Let's see if I can find it. Here we go. I'm just pulling off a piece. It's that same H frame I pulled out earlier that was broken, so I'm just pulling out a different one. That was a secret project over there. No one else saw. But yeah, just needed that piece. All right, I'm going to see how wide this is. This is 11 plus 11 plus 9. This is 31 studs wide. And this is a speed build. Time to adjust these side guards, actually hold them on tight. What I'm going to do is do some horizontal bracing between the wheels and then brace them vertically. Hopefully that holds up, but we will see. After this, it might be time for test number 1. Get these all wired up. My real concern for this design is overcurrent. Not necessarily because of the choice of my motors, but because my battery is actually really old. It's the same one I had in Poppy version 2 for a while. I actually had 2 in that design. It would keep overcurrenting nonstop. I think the batteries just need to be replaced, but I don't really want to spend the money for that right now, to be honest. It started off fine with that design, then it started giving me all sorts of issues. Shoot. 2 pieces. I like that idea. Melt all of the broken parts and make them into a trophy. That would be pretty cool. What we did at Battle Bricks is the most destroyed award went to the robot that, as it sounds, got the most destroyed in its fights. And the way we put that together was from a bunch of broken parts, and it was just always pretty funny. This actually fits really nicely with the orange parts I was talking about earlier. If you could see, lines up, so I could just connect that in there really nicely. I like that. That's gonna somewhat help this front pop down. Then I could get this pin in here. That's gonna help with top armor later if I have time. We'll see. My friend tried to build a battle bot before. He made it a little bit overweight, and in the end, had to use duct tape for top armor. So that was pretty funny to see in a way. He said he had a great time at the event still, so I'm happy for that. I'm really liking the way that this is coming along so far. I'm already like halfway through. Okay. I would say for halfway there, though, this is really good progress. You know what? I just got an awesome idea. For my vertical bracings, I'm going to use these parts here. And what that does is it allows me to actually slide onto the center gear that I had before and really lock in that drive pod. See if I can get some kind of view up here. All right. I'm only putting one pin into the center of these so it doesn't take up as much weight. Could do 2 on the sides. Help hold it together a little. You know what? Yeah, going this way. I've committed, no turning back. If I hear another notification from my phone, I'm just turning off the ringer. I should have done that before. This over here. I hope the audio for this video sounds good. Last time I tried recording from the computer, it just sounded so bad. So I hope that's not the case, but I'm only going to find out later when I actually rewatch this. But at the same time, my computer is really old. I'm planning to get a new one in the next few months. My computer screen is already falling out of the front of the computer, and it's like so old already that it will only last 20 minutes, maybe 30 if it's unplugged. So it's actually charging like right now during this video as it's recording. Audio is not terrible. Okay, good. Thanks for letting me know, guys. It was really, really bad last time I tried recording, and I ended up just not doing whatever I did with the audio. I found a different way to do it that was less efficient, but still. Right. Weight check number 2. I'll drop the wheel over here. And then I am going to try to turn it on. Weight test, let's see. Well, I'm plugging in these wires. Back cells in the front, cells in the back. Just because. Keeping things organized. 532. Still got plenty of weight. That's not even an issue right now. So like air holes in here that it doesn't even take up weight at all. Test, and I'm going to just turn my phone around so no one sees my passcode. Good, this charged last night. Plus 4 horse intestines 2. So we have decided to name this one early. I'm gonna give it sub. Controller settings, that's right. Which battery is lucky? Right. So, yep, should be it. Look at that. We got motion. Okay, that's got some torque. Let's see. No, that's channel 1. Then I'm hoping that this is channel 4, but I've had some issues just getting the right channels before. Test run it. Look at that. We got a driving robot, and we're halfway through. That's looking awesome. And that's on normal mode, so it'll even be a bit faster. Time to play with the weapon assembly. Look at that. We got a driving robot with what you can consider to be a weapon in some competitions. I will say that's not a weapon in CRBL, so this is nowhere near complete. Weapon has to realistically be able to affect the other robots. So, um, as a guy who actually runs that competition, I want to try to put in a good example of like what a weapon should be. And this little thing that just barely goes up and down isn't really going to cut it. When this runs in the Bruin at the moment, it's getting split in half. So I'm going to connect this real quick, give it some cross bracing, and then that should be a pretty good front wall. So these. I actually really like the way this yellow goes with the orange. It's the way I colored Biscuit Head before. Maybe that's why, but I kind of do like the way it goes with like lifters and flippers. Could also throw on some of those orange brick separators on here too. So that will look nice. Solid. Mount. You know, priorities first. We're gonna get this lifting arm complete. The forks can wait. Nobody really likes the forks, let's be honest. Forks are just the meta that ended up happening. That's a weapon. Actually looked at NHRL. They did a lot of rule updates after last season, and that's just normal for any competition. One of the things they said is that they're really getting strict on what is a weapon. There's a lot of rule sets you could, a lot of rule revisions you can go on your own, but it's different. I'll say that. NHRL is an awesome competition. I don't have anything against it. I have the things I like and the things I feel like could be looked at. Everyone has that with everything, just like my opinions of the competition. But I was hoping to go compete there sometime. Not sure when. We'll see. I've been up there once for about a mile. Well, I brought the Lego robots to just play around with upstairs. I didn't drive it around in the pits. That wasn't allowed by the safety rules, but I did actually test it out in the test box, and that was just fun. Really nice opportunity to meet some people and talk to them about their robots and just their experiences there. All right, I guess this could kind of be a weapon, but I'm going a bit farther on that. It has the ability to lift an opponent, I'm hoping. So technically I could call it a day there, but I got, was it 38 minutes already? So I'm going Farble with this for sure. I actually like the way the stripes, like the stripes coming on this lifting arm. Kind of built that like a stud too high for a second, but the arm was just a little bit up, so that gave me a little concern for a moment. All right, yeah, that's gonna look nice. Look at that. That will be able to lift. I hope. Gonna just put this bottom arm together with um, some friction holding parts, mainly because I don't want to cross brace this bottom here. I could probably figure out something that makes it still one stud thick and looks nice with the actual look of the design, but I just don't have time for that, and I don't want it to like stick up a stud. I might put on a fork or something now on the arm. Oh yeah, that looks nice there. Yep. All right, let's get that in. Running out of these parts to mount forks on, so that's incredible. But taking off this center one, save that part for forks, and so I can actually use this. Gosh dang it. Actually, you know what? Make that fit. Raise it up a little bit. Actually, you know what? Sure. Pretty much the name of the game is the moment I commit to something, I've got to just go for it. No turning back. Just don't have time for mistakes right now. Like dropping the part like that. Right as I'm talking about that, of course, miss. Well, that's not going to hold on the moment I get to it. I am doing exactly what I said not to the second. I am changing the plan real quick. I'm going to try to use some of these to create my grounding. it is. What I'm going to this fan on, and that should help these from going to awesome. All right, that works. You know what? Screw this. I'm just going beams because that's not getting under anything. Oh, oh, that's that's okay, I guess. Ripped off, but you know what? It's just okay. I'm gonna shorten the arm a bit just to feel a bit more confident that I have the power to lift. I'm really hoping I pull this off, just because I want to show to some builders that it's really not as hard as you've been telling me. I think that anyone who puts in the time can do this, and obviously your first spot probably won't be completed in an hour and a half, but I just want to show that you could still get this done and show off like my um, build. So if you wanted to watch something that's somewhat quick as a video, then we could take a look. 30 minutes. Now I can move this back. Awesome, that's gonna stay on a bit better now. I like that. Very much indeed. Pro tip: always keep your stuff organized. It helps so much. Don't just throw everything in one gigantic box, or you're never going to get your bot built. Even if it takes like all day to organize your parts, just do it. It will save you weeks in the future. It's an investment worth making. Now that looks like a weapon to me. Oh, controller's disconnected. Oh, it's just overcurrented. Test time. That's cool. Hey, here we go. We got some lifting power. Look at that. No. Okay, that is not good. I'm trying to think rapidly how I can change this to make it a bit more strong. All right, I'm probably just gonna have to shorten this lifting arc because it's really the best I could do with 25 minutes left. I'm not risking taking this whole thing apart. Is going to be a major concern. Yeah, we're going full on short lifter. That was exactly what I did not want to happen, but it happened. Oh well. 25 minutes. At least I still fulfilled that challenge, make a robot an hour and a half that works. It kind of sucks at the moment, so I'm trying to de-suck it so it can actually compete. Just pulling out some parts from this real quick. The colors must stay. Don't mess with that later. I got more important things to do right now. All right, short arm time. This is still connected, which is nice. Let's try. Let's hope. Come on. Come on. There we go. All right, I think that's going to work as a control bot. It might not fully lift another robot. I don't even know if it could self right now, but it could probably drive it upside down. Okay, it works. let's try to, first off, let's make it not faceplant every time I use it. That's a nice thing with the lifters. What's the best way to do this? Sure. 20 minutes. Still haven't even gotten to armoring this much. Let's go 7 studs. I think that should be enough. Here we go. Oh my gosh, this is just, I do not like the overall look of this. It's coming along nicely. I guess it, for an hour-and-a-half build, it's not going to look good in general. But oh my gosh. Got this overhead with a full-on spinner motor in, and the same wheels that I've never even changed. I can make it way smaller, and it's already thinner than this. Let's do this. Hammer time. Actually could have changed this to a hammer, but I think I got the lifter. Nice, okay. So we got a working weapon. Nice. Working drive, working weapon. Now to make it saw class. Use these as 40 notes. Yeah, just run this for the sound. Get some stuff on it. This really needs to be put together well, because the moment this gets hit, at the moment, it's going to break. And if these come out, then I can't even use the lifting arms. So I'm trying to just brace these real quick. brace them for impacts. Now, I could get Tom to every 2023 robot loves, and that is yours truly, the forks. Actually, you know what? I don't want this outside here, because if that gets hit by a horizontal, the way I have it set up is going to pull out all these forks. So I'm going to not do that. Robot Combat can use a few less forks. Okay, I'm not sure how stable that is, but it's... Oh, move, bro. There we go. Sorry, guys. Bot name, it's going to be Horse Intestines version 2. We talked about it earlier because I'm going to put this on it. We talked about that earlier. Came from the inside joke of a character my friends made on the video game MLB The Show. And that was my attempt at a rebuild of his face. The real ones looks like more of a mess, and the guys will be proud of it, but that was my attempt. Some structure here. These forks are so steep, but I just don't have time to mess around with it. I need to get started on giving these things some armor. Now the wires are like wings. Cover test. Let's see if I could actually even get onto this. I got under. Jump the gun. There we go. Thought I would grab it, but guess not. Should have put in a little percent. Helped with getting underneath. armor time. Well, first, let's do a weight check. 12 minutes left to make this as strong as I can now. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Okay, I think I got lucky. I don't think those folks are going to get me caught, but let's hope for that. Let's see what we do it upside down because these folks. 612. I'm not even worried about the weight now. The name of the game is get as much armor on ASAP now. First off, wire management. This is a mess. Tabs taking. Hope that alarm goes off when it hits 10:30. Hasn't really failed me too much with waking up for school. Sometimes I still oversleep it somehow. I don't even know why. Slept through a plane takeoff on my way back from Seattle. I just was so tired that I went to sleep and didn't even notice when the plane took off. It's been some other wild things I slept through before. Cut as much of this bottom space as I can so the water's going to come out. I can't believe like my build area is not a total mess already. Well, I guess it is a mess, but you haven't like seen it before I started preparing to make this video. That was a total mess. It's usually a total mess. Spend way too much time on this part. 7 minutes. It's been like, what, 10 minutes just on the wires. Historically, I've not been good with my wire management. Always a pitfall in my robots. Forget to leave any room for the wires, and then it's nice. Okay, give myself this feature where I'm going to use it. Alright, so yeah, I could get perfect access to that, which I like a lot. But I cannot like take apart the robot so much now with the time I have left. Because if it's broken when the timer ends, it stays broken, and that I would not like very much. Kind of like this to talk about. Okay, yeah, we'll go. Now the timer's really there. 4 minutes. Am I going to add LEDs? No, I'm not going to add LEDs. I have 3 minutes. That's not where I have time right now. Two minutes. There it is. We got a robot. All right. Here we go. We got a robot built in an hour and a half. The head is not attached too well, but it does stick onto the robot. Look at that one right there. We got a robot built in an hour and a half that works with a question mark effective weapon. Look at that. We just flipped over Bruin. Pull it off. All right. No pizza, American flag, or fit. Now fight them. I don't have the arena set up right now, and I don't have anyone to drive against this exact second. I'm going to try to set up a fight. I'm not sure when, but maybe we'll have something put out tonight. We'll see. I actually am surprised that I got to this point of a robot. Like, this is some gear drive that is not easy to get. I used some weird parts for this. I'm happy I got that. The side armor, I need to give this a weight test real quick. This better be underneath 877. 0. I'm going to move the computer in a second to confirm. 0. $656. Let's go. Oh, shoot. I almost turned off my computer there. See that? There is my proof. I have built a Kerbal CRBL robot in an hour and a half. All right. You know what? While we still got the live stream going, I'm going to go get some weights from the gym real quick, and we could give this some quick tests, see how much you can lift. All right, here we go. So started off, we've got a 1 pound weight. We angled the computer because no one could see anything at the moment. See if we can lift this. I just got to do it like this right now, which is not the perfect way to test, but it is what it is. It's the geometry of my lifters. And it sort of lifts. There we go. It can lift 1 pound. Let's hear it for 1 pound. All right, now for the next step up, 2.5. I couldn't find a 2 pound weight in there, so I got the closest I could find. There we go. It can lift 2.5. Let's hear it for 2.5. All right, huge step from 2.5. We have 3. There we go. It can go 3 pounds. Look at this. Couldn't lift anything, and now it can actually lift. Now we got 5 pounds. Let's see how this is going to work. Short lifters for the win, boys. It lifted 5 pounds. It is 5 pounds, I promise you. It should say somewhere on here. You guys see that label? It says 5 pounds. Did it disconnect now? Here we go. All right. 6 pounds. Let's go, boys. Short lifting arms for the win. Does that count? Okay, it stalled out. We're going to say that does not count. 5 pounds, new horse intestines PR, we'll call it. All right. Now is your chance all to call history, call your shot. Do you think this is going to win a fight at the next competition? Yes or no? Let's see it. I think I'm going to pull off a win with this, but I want to see what you guys are going to say. Probably. Yeah, I think so, probably. Do well against a vert? I hope so. All right, looks like everybody believes in this design. So put the head back in its spot right here. We have horse intestines version 2, we're calling it. I guess that's it for the build. Actually, you know what? Yeah, that's it for the build. I'm not allowed to mess with it anymore. I'm definitely allowed to like fix it after its fights, but I can't like attach new configurations. If I wanted to do that, all the configurations would have had to already be built. If it's like not fixed exactly perfectly because I'm in a rush and I'm just putting it back as fast as I can. If it's not perfect, then I'll just fight with it anyway, but I'm not going to like give it any kind of advantage over than what it has now. All right. Does anybody have any questions? Like, if you want to ask me anything about any of my designs, do it now. I might do another live stream now. It looks like this one turned out very well, but does anybody have any questions? I'll stay on for like maybe 10 more minutes, but that's it for the build itself. I'm so glad that worked out. I would have been very frustrated if I did not get this built in the time, and then I would have had to like come up with some kind of punishment for failing to meet the mission or something. I don't know. I was thinking that I might have to like give my bots that are built a roof test, like drop test from the roof. How many bricks do you have? That's a very good question. I don't know. I have so much. Like, I'm very thankful for the amount I have at the moment. I've been building since I was 4 years old. I don't remember this, but my parents told me that when I went to preschool one time, I came back and teacher said that I was building the Legos the whole time. And from there, it just accumulated over time. And what is my favorite robot? I'm going to take that, like the one I built or an existing bot, because for my favorite design, it's got to be design-wise, it's got to be Biscuit Head or Poppy. I really like those two. I spent so much time on those designs, and it just was really tough to get going. My favorite battle bot, it's tough because there's a lot of battle bots I really like. There's a lot of teams I've met and teams I'm always rooting for when I see them. But by design specifically, my favorite robot is definitely Blip. I really like the engineering behind that, and that's what inspired me to build a Biscuit Head. It's just a really cool robot. All right. Will you send another design to Lego Wars after Pain's success? So I've thought about this. I guess I'm kind of putting myself like on the spot right now with the video, but most likely not, just because after getting so used to the boas 3.0 and the boas, which are really good, I just cannot go back to building with standard power boxes. It just drives me nuts every time. And it's such a pain now after getting used to the good stuff. And I'm also looking into building some beetle weights, which I've actually already started on. Video coming maybe soon. So yeah, I don't think I'm going back to actually trying to make a really good power functions design. If I do make something, it'll be like bringing back Pain from the instructions to compete in Kerbal, or just building a quick like place filler. If I have 7 bots, I need 8. What got me into robots? Okay, so I did not know robot combat was even a thing for a long time. So I was building Legos for the longest time, like I said, and I might actually need to that's a lot of questions. I've been building Legos for a long time, and eventually my younger brother, got a train set, one of those Lego trains. Came with like the old AAA battery box, the train motor, and one of those IR receivers. I'm not sure what else, but eventually, like most ever Lego sets, he stopped using it, and the parts, like the set degraded over time. Parts were taken, and I started playing with those motors. And it was somewhere around there I saw like Great Western Brick Show, and that was the first time like I saw Lego Combat. Well, take it a step back. I saw BattleBots for the first time, season 1 commercial back when, like I think the fight where Ice Wave fought Razorback, somewhere around that time. But I really liked Ice Wave from that point. You could see kind of like from the Ruin vibes. It's just missing like a cool combustion engine on top. And from there, like after experimenting with the train set and watching Great Western Brick Show, what I did is I would pause the video when I saw a robot getting destroyed, zoom in on the electronics, and that's how I learned how to build my first robot. That's why if you look like very far back in the channel, you'll see they're all power functions. Eventually, I joined the Discord and talked with other builders and learned from there, and that really helped out. I recommend to anyone. What is my opinion on Lego Wars? I think the robots there like look absolutely incredible. Those designs are just stunning. Like they're really artistic and cool looking. As for the actual competitiveness, it doesn't look too much like a competitive competition. It looks more like something that was a fun show to put on. And where I'm coming from this is that there's no specific weight limit. So as long as you don't like be ridiculous with your design, it could come in. And just with the nature of the power functions being there, the robots don't hit as hard as some of the boss doing battle bricks. So yeah, Lego Wars is cool in that manner. Is Pain coming back? That one I think I've answered before. Oh no, that was a different question. Pain coming back? I'm probably building it for CRBL, but I doubt it's coming back to Lego Wars. I'd be willing to enter it, but it's up to them if they would like to rebuild it. Who do you hate driving against? Who do you hate driving against, and why is it over-engineered? Okay, that was actually my toughest driving match with Bruin. For those of you who didn't see it, I fought a robot called Falberg with Bruin. In the end, I won in a very close split decision. We had 2 judges split, and then the third judge, from what I remember, was still like unsure. So that could have gone like any other way. I don't think there's like any closer way to have a tie in a robot fight. It was that close. Why? As you said, I hate driving against it. It's because it keeps pinning me over and over and over. It gets annoying. And, I don't like. Rest of it, I have it recorded, but I could still like barely remember the fight from now. I got one hit that like tore off most of the arm, but I was like pinned against the wall half the time. And yeah, that was a really close fight. It was a fun one though. I remember driving into the wall like 2 times, just trying to get out of the way so I could spin up. I kind of destroyed your screws too. Sorry about that. When tutorial series coming back? The tutorials. So my camera's kind of messed up at the moment, so it really slowed me down with the tutorials. What I might end up doing is another live stream like this, since this is working nice from my computer, and just answering as much questions as I can for people. Or what I can also do is start on an article where I write about this, but most likely it's not going to be tutorials in videos, and I'm sorry about that, guys. I would like to do it, but I just don't have the filming equipment to do it right now. All right. Biggest downside to Lego hubs is that the overcurrent protection. Yeah, overcurrent, it is annoying. You got to really experiment with the electronics. Where do I buy my bricks from? Okay, that's a good question, because as we all know, Lego parts are really expensive, and for someone who has no Lego parts at all, it might actually be a better way to start with building like a plastic ant, or plants as they're called, PLA ants. So where I get my parts from, And I would recommend starting with a Lego bot if you already have a bunch of Legos and you just need to like get into the electronics. Bricklink is a combination of many smaller sellers, kind of people like me who have accumulated a bunch of parts, but those people are actually selling a bunch of them. So maybe they've hit the dark ages and they're just taking a break from building, and or it's I've actually met some people who sell Lego parts as their full-time business. They've really got it that big. There's a bunch of smaller stores, and usually you can find like pretty much any part for a good price. Also, when that doesn't work, there is Lego.com, Lego's website, and um, I wouldn't recommend getting a set these days just because they're so overpriced. If you're trying to source parts for your Lego combat robot, they have what's called parts and bricks, I think it is. Pick a brick, I'm not sure, but it's under replacement parts or something. And you get up there and you can pick like currently being sold parts for a bag. I will warn though that the shipping takes forever at the moment. Like it could take months for your parts to arrive. But Lego.com and Bricklink are the two places I recommend to buy your parts. There's also Brick Owl, kind of like Bricklink, pretty much the same idea. I've looked into it before. From my history, it's more expensive than Bricklink, so I haven't looked into it too much. Only when like I'm looking for rare parts and I can't find them on Bricklink, or they're discontinued on Lego.com. All right, let me see what else. What's up? Good question. Looks like there's a roof up there. What do I think about about design theft and not giving credit? Okay, I am against this. Do not steal designs. It's not cool. Like, pretty much back to what I was saying in the beginning. Bruni is based off of Silent Blue. I didn't piece by piece assemble it. I pretty much looked at the video and I thought like, oh, having two motors going into these 5x7 frames and doing perpendicular drive is a really cool idea. And that's really the idea I borrowed from Silent Blue. And I'm telling you right now that I did borrow this idea from Silent Blue. I'm not stealing it. I'm giving all the credit possible. It is a really cool design. I've actually talked with the builder back and forth. He's fine with this. If not, just tell me in the video and I'll bring some. I'll make up for it. And I think that what I did with the weapon actually ended up making it into the next version of Silent Blue. So we've kind of like been innovating off of each other, which has been really cool. But yeah, always give credit when you're building a design. If you're building something that is like almost identical to something you've already seen before, like someone just came up with a brand new idea and you're going to try it now, I'd also ask the builder ahead of time of building it, like, hey, would you mind if I built this and brought it to said competition? And 99% of the time they'll say yes, but it's always good to just be straight. Ice Wave is my favorite bot too. Yeah, I've always liked Ice Wave. I would say that I've become more of a Blip fan just because of the system, but Ice Wave is still like in my top tier favorite robots. It's just so cool. What else? You're really hard to understand. Is the noise cancellation actually bad? Is it cutting out now? Do you guys hear me in the chat? Uh-oh. Okay, good. Thank you, guys. Can I see Riptide? I did build a robot supernova that was a lot like Riptide, looked kind of like the design. I'm not sure if that's the one you're talking about, but right now it's completely disassembled. I don't have it. I have some fights recorded I put up somewhere on the channel, but I'm not sure which ones they are. See you later. Gotta go. All right. Bye. See you. Bye, guys. Bricklink is. Oh, is it actually? I did not know that. Bricklink is owned by Lego now. All right. Does anybody got any more questions? Because if not, I'm gonna call it a day there. That was actually a really, really fun project. And I got an idea how to live stream now, so most likely that's going to be how we run the next CRBL event. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I have a question. All right. Throw it away. What do you got? Name a car for an edit. Name a car. What about like some about Honda Odyssey or Toyota, I think Odyssey. That was like a car my parents used to have a little bit back before we got it replaced. Yeah, Honda Odyssey. I forget what the brand was. It was either Honda or Toyota, but the Odyssey was called. It was like a big gray minivan. Um, will you write a part 2 of the fan fiction design from Robots? Probably not. That was pretty. I did like that. That was fun to read through. But maybe we'll see. I just don't have anything planned for that right now. What is my favorite Lego series except Technic? Um, I would immediately say Power Functions and Powered Up, but I don't think that doesn't count. Um, really, I haven't even done much building outside of Technic, so that is a really good question, actually. You know what? Um, Mindstorms, I gotta go with. Those are pretty cool. Like the programmed robots. I've gotten to work with NXT before, and that was pretty fun. It was at like a science fair, which was really nice. All right. Odyssey is by Honda. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Honda Odyssey. Thanks for this. Glad to help out. Thank you. Boo. How old am I? I'm 18, almost 19, but I just became an adult. Still don't even feel like an adult. I'm just at that point where it doesn't even make sense yet, but I gotta kind of act like one. I don't look like it, but I actually have my promise. Mindstorm Legos. Yep. Oh, that's cool. Everybody thinks I'm younger than I am, I promise. I look 16, but I'm already 18. Wow. You gotta send me some of those pictures in a CR Discord. I've seen some of the ones you put out, but if you've been building Lego bots before I was born, I'd really be interested to see those because I'm not like even sure what parts were up at that time. So it'd be pretty neat to see what like pretty much the beginnings looked like. Got the Lego Coliseum. Is that like how I forget? I don't know if I saw that set, but how much was the price range on that one? It sounds like a cool looking set, like one of the really expensive ones. Oh, okay, that would be cool. Yeah, I'd like to see the techniques just to see like pretty much what it looked like a long time ago before like these existed, like all new parts that are just coming out. I was about to say something. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, yeah. I actually lost the picture of my first robot. I found like maybe third, fourth, fifth around there. But what I did for my first design is there was remote controlled stunt racer as a Lego set, and it was like the blue one with the tracks. I got that for like my birthday when I was 15, I think, maybe 14. No, I think I was younger because I started earlier than that. I don't know, but I got it a long time ago, and I pretty much stuck a train motor on the side, that same one from the train set, and stuck like somewhere here. Here it is. Stuck like this is a vert disc. Put like some of those studded beams on the side and called it a vertical spinner. And the thing was like a mountain. It was funny. What is my favorite Lego robot that isn't mine? Okay, that's actually a really good question. There's some really cool ones I like from Battle Bricks. Like Wheeled Scorpion is really cool. The mechanism inside is just absolutely incredible. In fact, the first version of Biscuit had, I'm not sure if everyone remembers, used that wind and release system with rubber bands. This was the one I had in our basement series for Kerbal Season 1, and that was a lot of fun. I really like that system. I've actually put it on like a hammer before. I've seen people try that recently, and it's just an ingenious design. Also, some of the designs I really liked. Rupture is really cool. I love to see that thing just lose control. It's funny. Scorpios just looks really cool. That's one of the coolest Lego designs I've seen. Big deal. That's also awesome. As you can see, I like the robots with cool systems, crazy weapons, or like just really cool aesthetics. I'm trying to think of some other ones I really like too. Um, I can't think about it right now. I don't know. All right. CRBL or Battle Bricks? Good question. What is better? Definitely Battle Bricks. I've been to both. Battle Bricks has been along way longer. It's a much bigger field with more people competing. It was such a fun experience there. Like I want to go back now. I'll be back for future competitions. Kerbal, I'm still like trying to organize overall. Like, well, I got it organized. It's just I'm still trying to grow it. Battle Bricks is number one. Kerbal will never be Battle Bricks. The main purpose of Kerbal is to establish a competition nearby, so I could kind of like raise interest for this game and um, just get involved in something that I don't need to go to the other side of the U.S. for every single time I want to compete. But yeah, Battle Bricks is a better competition than CRBL. If you could pick between the two, I would say go to Battle Bricks. If you have the chance to go to Kerbal, like you can easily get here. The travel's not expensive, or you have the time for it, or whatever. I would recommend. Um, we have had a competition already. We're having another one in first weekend of March. I think it is March 7 to 10, if I get the dates right. I put a video at the top of my channel, so it should say there. But it's early in March for sure. We have new competitors coming, so it's going to be. I'm not going to say bigger field yet because I am definitely reducing the amount of bots I brought. I brought 6 of my own designs. My brother brought Tugboat, which I don't think he's going to bring back this time, if I'm being honest. But not sure on that yet. Phobos was also mailed in. Thanks for that. You know who you are. But there's no mail-ins this time just because with other builders coming in, and if I'm doing a live stream now, I don't want to also mess with mail-ins. I might get back to it, but not for this competition. I would want to get back to it, that's for sure. Can't see this. That's cool. I would like to see that. Thank you. Will I make a championship season 3? That's what I'm planning to do at Brick Fair in March. I'm planning to make we'll do some regular season. I don't think I'm going to do group stages. I think I'm just going to have a schedule, like a line of fights, and then we'll see who had the most knockouts, most losses, most impressive knockouts, and go from seeding a tournament there. But there will be a champion. Someone's taking this home with them in March. Don't let it be me. Try to steal this trophy from me. All right. Separate question: Texas or Lego Wars? So this is not something that maybe not the best person to answer this one because I haven't been to the Texas competition and I haven't sent a design there yet. I've talked with some of the people running it about it. and I have submitted a design to Lego Wars. So um, if I did have to pick one, I would go to the Texas competition because, like I said earlier, I've gotten so used to the Bose products that I would have a hard time going back to power functions. Um, and it's also closer to where I live. I live in Virginia. Flying to Texas would be a bit more realistic than going overseas to Europe. I forget where in Europe Lego Wars is. You made my day. Thank you. Happy for that. Do more live streams like that. I'm not sure when I will next do a live stream where I build a robot like this. I'm starting my next semester classes at college tomorrow. I got today off, which is nice, but I do hope to do some live streams again sometime. This was actually really fun, where maybe I'll help out with getting people started on designs, or just provide some tutorials live, help answer questions you have online. Next seasons of CRBL will also likely be live now too. No one mentioning bricks. Yeah, that was a really cool competition though. It was nice to see Crucifix, Wheeled Scorpion, and Overwheeled Scorpion and Rupture all at the same time. Those were really cool designs. Some of the ones I really like. There are also some new designs, which it's nice to see new builders get into the game. How much of those have I built? How much of what do you mean, like the entrance to? Are you asking me how many entrants I brought to different competitions? If I'm counting all the entrants, I've entered Bruin, Biscuit Head. I've entered Poppy version 2 and Paint. All of those four, well, everything except Paint has competed in Battle Bricks. I also brought in Gold, which is pretty much Poppy that I built in 3 weeks. Brought that one, so I was running 4 robots total. To Lego Wars, I sent the instructions of Pain, and they actually completely rebuilt it, which was nice. They rebuilt Bruin completely from instructions too, which was really nice. I think they took it apart now since I was able to get there. So still, thanks for that. Bruin also was rebuilt in Clash of Bricks. They competed with that, which was also really nice. I think that's it. I've seen many other people rebuild Bruin from the instructions, but I'm not sure like exactly which competitions it competed in. Paint I've also seen rebuild, and I've seen a lot of people lately using the disc spinner, which is pretty cool to see. Read at home. Oh, how much robots I built total? I've lost track. It's been like a few hundred now. The cool thing with building the Lego bots over, like if you were to build a PLA ant to start off, is if you screw up on your Lego bot, you don't have to go completely recat it. You don't need to reprint it. You don't lose so much money. What you do is you take off the parts, and it's so easy to modify. It's a bit more expensive to get started with the full Lego parts and electronics, but it's so much faster to build these once you get used to it. And you could just completely take it apart and rebuild from the parts if you don't like your design. So ant weights are cool. I'm never going to complain about it. Beetle weights, I think, are my favorite weight class because it's still affordable, but there's reason to use like machined parts, steel. You have the weight for that, yet you still get to 3D print, which is actually one of my leading hobbies now. Yeah, Lego is pretty much if we'll also add in that with Lego, repairs are way less expensive. I just broke this even more right now. But with Lego, it's less expensive to replace parts. You're rarely going to mess up motors in competitions. So pretty much if you invest in the Lego design, you won't need to spend much later, but you will likely spend more in the beginning than building an ant. But with building an ant, it will likely be less to design it unless you're building like some crazy high quality Gotta win the toughest competition design. But yeah, that like the cost of that grow faster than Lego designs from what I've experienced. Uh, which of my bots has the best name? Um, that's a good question. Mm, I kind of like meat, like, and that's kind of a joke between. Broke this part completely now. It's been like a joke between me and my brother, the one who built Tugboat, because sometimes I'll call him Meat, and so I named the bot like Meat after him as a joke. He really likes spinners. He likes destructive spinners. He's like entirely the opposite of me, who likes to see all the coolest lifting systems. He despises lifters, and he wants to build all the most destructive spinners. So that was like a robot for him. It's one that I'm going to give it away. I've been thinking of rebuilding it. There's a spinner I've worked on before. If I rebuild it, it's becoming a beater. I already put lights in here. I've spun it up before, but it glows when it spins up, and it just creates this like ring of fire, and it's awesome. I will need to redesign that though, because it's been breaking apart on hits. But yeah, it's a project I'll likely get back to, and that's going to be a fun one. You really like featherweights? Yeah, featherweights are still cool. Like pretty much, I think any weight class is cool. Featherweights, I'm not gonna get into for a while, just because of like where I am in college, and it's a bit of an expense. I have a 3D printer. Actually got two like inexpensive 3D printers for $250 total, so that was a really nice deal. And I could 3D print a lot of TPU stuff now, so it's like perfect beetle building material. But yeah, featherweights are really cool. Like chance to mess with like aluminum. So like the machining process there, it's got to be a lot of fun. Um, can meat be beat? I think it. Yeah, meat was beat before, so it can. Meat V2. Yeah, that's the plan. Um, I don't know if I've mentioned this on the channel before, but meat was actually based off of another build or another bot I built a long time before I even started filming my fights and putting them on YouTube. It was a bot, like again, a 4-wheel drive, vertical, like pretty much end game or bite force looking design with the same red spinner. It was not an asymmetric spinner. It pretty much had how do I get these wind up motors? Yeah, had like I think two, maybe four of these on the spinner, and it was pretty good. I went through like 3 designs of that, and that was before I had bows, so it wasn't too strong. It would get beaten up on my other robot, which was called Cosmic. I ended up rebuilding that later, but that was like the dominant robot for me back then. It was a horizontal mid cutter. It was like inspired by Great Western Brick Show bot Counter Revolution. Um, I looked at a lot of their bots when I first started building. Meat beater. Meat beater. Gotta go. All right. Have a good one. All right. I think that's it. Unless anyone's got some last questions, I'll wait around like a minute. But then I think I'm gonna call it a day there, guys. What is it? It's already 11 o'clock. I started at like 9. Oh no, the live stream started at 8:45, so that's even earlier. Oh, time flies. This was a lot of fun. Yeah, I agree. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it there. Thanks for sticking around, popping in and out. Have a good one, guys. Until next time.